Today is a super rare full moon, and I'm about to do something super rare. So I have already pulled cards for myself with the intention that this video would reach those that are in my personal collective, those that can empathize with what I've been through because energetically they've been through the same thing. And so this reading is either for you or it's not. And if it's not, then that's okay. And if it is, then hi, I am Elise. I am part of your soul tribe. Been trucking through it. So I have good news though. Things are changing, but it's starting with us first. Everything that we've been trying to manifest externally outside of ourselves, the abundance, the love, the compassion, the self-understanding and acceptance, like I can go on and on, all the things that you work on, right, and intentionally to heal, they are absolutely coming in, but it starts with us. It starts with the shift within us. And Spirit is telling me that right now, in this moment of pause where it's kind of been like a lull, there's really nothing like going on, there's no movement, like life is happening, you might be enjoying yourself, but like with your passion, with your whatever is your purpose, whatever calls you to your gifts, that feels like it's on pause. And Spirit's saying right now is the time to slow down, step back, and just assess the situation. Life isn't a race. It's not a competition. I know that it's really hard to feel that way with socials and with, in America, it's very competitive. I'm sure in other places, but my personal experience, it's very competitive here. It's very fast paced as well. And so that constant doing really can just bash your fight or flight response. Like it's so hard to get into rest and digest because I should be doing something. And so Spirit's saying we've been called into a pause because we need rest for where we're being asked to show up next. Everything that we have journeyed through. I mean, I've been like a broken record. I feel like every reading it comes up, but like everything that we have journeyed through, the heartache, the messy relationships, the friendships, everything has prepared us for what is to come. The situations where you were uncomfortable at work and you had to grow and you had to, vouch for yourself, and just everything, it's coming together. One of my favorite references that Spirit kind of always shows me is it's like Mr. Miyagi. Like you don't realize that the practices and the things that you're going through are actually shaping you for what really matters. And that's the space that we've been in. And so with this full moon, we're coming into full illumination of those bits and pieces of what we've been training for, but ultimately getting to see who the opponent is on the stand. And it's yourself. It's you versus you always. And so right now, we're being asked to take a step back to assess what we actually want and what we can give it right now. Okay, slowly but surely. Right now, it's just a matter of being disciplined, a matter of being consistent, because that's what's going to set the foundation for you to grow things and to get into your flow, your groove. For those of you who have been struggling with abundance, have been struggling with money, relationships, any imbalances, right now in this moment of pause, it's actually the perfect time to sit in your divine feminine. Spirit is saying it's time to receive. It's time to be open to universal gifts, whether it be conversations, extra money coming in, someone offering you a helping hand. Like we don't realize, like, if you're a people pleaser or recovering, it might be second nature to just be like, oh no, like I don't need help, like I'm okay, I don't want to like inconvenience you. And it's like, no, Spirit's saying that's me working through other people. Accept the help, accept the love, because you're deserving of it. And chances are, if you found this reading, you are selfless to a fault. And so you're deserving of that energy back to you. And that's kind of like the whole theme of this reading. It's like everything that we've put in, every time that we've chosen the high road, not to lower our vibration, not to lower our frequency, not to lower our standard of who we are as people, is coming and it's paying off tenfold. But it starts with us. It starts with the willingness to sit in it, the discomfort, and trust that as we kind of mull over it and the emotions and the thoughts, that it is truly alchemizing into shifts and changes. And, Spirit reminded me, like, don't settle for less, because what's for you, what's your hidden treasure, what's really going to bring you happiness exists. And in order to get there, you're being asked to have no fear. You're being asked to trust that if you feel any fear about the unknown, and it's not irrational, because that's the big thing, and it's not irrational, trust yourself. Because fear is a trap of the ego. Fear is meant to keep us small. Fear is meant to keep us safe. And fear is meant to help us know how to stick to repetitive patterns that we've always done, because we know what results will stem from them. It's time to break out of that. It's time to break out of fear-based thinking, fear-based beliefs, and it's time to really get out of the ego hold of what we deem capable from ourselves. It's time to embrace your gifts. It's time to embrace your life's purpose. What are your passions? What naturally feels good to you? What energy flows out of you? What can you lose time doing? Follow that. That is your passion. That is your purpose. That is your call. That is your way to relate and work through spirit. And so spirit's saying, now is the perfect time to be doing what you've been avoiding. If you're anything like me, you may have been ignoring the gentle whispers of you need to meditate, or you need to ground, or put down those french fries, or, you know, turn off the TV. Like, it's easy to fall into the comfort of our everyday luxuries, right? But Spirit's saying is now is the time to really buck up and put your money where your mouth is and put these practices into place, because what you're being prepared for is inevitable. But can you nurture it in the form that you're in right now, or does it require discipline and consistency? So it's really like a full circle. And there are some angel numbers, I will list them, but Spirit wants you to know with 2323, so 2233 could also be a thing, but with this 2323, if you are finding yourself anxious or just in like a fear-based thought train, and it's just taking you down to worry and nothing else, Spirit's saying take a step back, because you've worked in this energy before. So you have an idea that it's not your reality, just thoughts taking you down an emotional roller coaster that does not represent your present. Now that you're aware of that, you have an awareness, you can take a step back, you can pivot, and you can work the energy differently. One thing that was really, really prominent when I first got this card was don't pay attention so much to the physical circumstances. Pay attention to the energy. Pay attention to what it makes you think about, the memories that you go to, how you refer to getting out of this situation, how you refer to just surviving this situation, even for some of you. So with 23, Mercury is still in retrograde. This is a message that for the truths that you are resistant to accept, it's only going to make things harder. Accept that sometimes and at some point you're the issue, you're the problem, you're the biggest hurdle. You are the mountain is you. Great book. But it takes a passion, like that passion. The call has to come from inside the house. I literally was just saying this to love of my life. The call has to come from inside the house. The yearning, the want, the motivation to be disciplined, it has to come from within, because if not, it's just pressure, and then it's not enjoyable, and it's harder to make decisions from a present place. But also, if you see 1144 or 1234, these are signs of good luck. So 1414, 1144, 1234, all is well, all is progressing the way that it needs. You don't need to worry, you don't need to fear. All is well, all is good. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Sorry about this choppiness. I had to make sure that I didn't rampage on for too long, but I do just want to pull some tarot to just highlight some areas, some themes, some stories, some vibes that are going to be more prominent once this full moon energy starts to play out for us and this collective, those that align with this. Okay. Yeah, so 4 of Cups on the bottom. Dissatisfied with life's options. Things just don't feel like enough. Like they're not quite filling us up. They work in the meantime, but it's not quite what you're looking for. And it's almost like and I'm saying we because again, I'm part of this collective, we are getting to a point where it's almost like, I'm not settling. Like, I refuse to settle. I'm not settling for less. I don't want anything if it's not going to bring me emotional fulfillment. I've been there. I've done that. My standards are much higher. And it's like, it's almost like Spirit's like, that's the point. Like, you don't realize that, like, you being fed up, the catalyst for what you will or won't accept is what allows you to be a vibrational match for what you're trying to manifest. And I do see emotional fulfillment coming in with the Knight of Cups flying out, especially with the Seven of Swords. It's like it's like coming out of very like paranoid energy. It's just like what, like, life is just, I'm run through, and I feel like I'm always kind of looking over my shoulders. And it's like, no, emotional fulfillment's coming in. We are not settling. We're not allowing ourselves, because again, it starts with us. We're not allowing for ourselves to fall into mind games or tricks. And we're really, and like, Spirit's bringing me to this, the two swords that are standing. It's like, we're really shifting on the wisdom that we gained from the situation, walking away. And we're solid in those thought processes. We're solid in those patterns. And so we won't repeat past behaviors because there are new truths that are being abided by, new belief systems. And as I split the deck, we have Wheel of Fortune bottom deck energy. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is truly turning in our favor. And it's funny because I was shuffling the tarot for myself earlier and the Wheel of Fortune came out. So twice Spirit is showing me like the Wheel of Fortune is truly turning in your favor, and all the good that is to come to you, again, it is inevitable. It will not miss you, even if you're not ready. But the challenge with when you're not ready is, will you know how to take care of it? Will you know how to show up for it? I don't know why I did that, but I'm gonna just go with it. Seven of Pentacles. So this has been you've been patient. Again, this feels like 7 to 10 years. Like, this is cyclical for us, because I feel like we've been journeying through. It's like we awakened and we were like, okay, we want more of this. How do I show up? How do I do this? And it's like, again, Spirit was auditing us through different challenges and change so that we could learn how to work with energy. Because right now, what's challenging us, it's not the physical circumstances, it's the energy that is testing us. And Spirit's showing me that you've journeyed this, you know better, you've gained the patience, you know how to handle yourself in these situations, and so you will, and things will be balanced and gifts will be received because your hard work is paying off. I really feel like an energy of justice. Like, I'm telling you, the good that you have done, your goodness, everything that makes you you is setting the stage for all the abundance, all the gifts, all the love, the new relationships, this message to you. And it's coming in fast. It's coming in fast. Right? Look, we have the Devil. This is being tied to negative thought forms, sticking to dogmas or paradigms that were projected onto us since I was gonna say high school. That's a special message for someone, I guess. Since childhood, though, like things that we learn from our parents, that our parents learn from their parents. Like, this is breaking generational trauma. This is Spirit acknowledging you have done the work. You have been patient through every challenge. You have showed up in your compassion, in your kindness, in your light. And with that, you are deserving of all of the goodness, all of the blessing, all of the emotional fulfillment that is to come, moving out of that 4 of Cups, right? And into this 10 of Cups where we are, 9 of Cups. Ooh, 10 of Cups with that abundance, right? But the 9 of Cups, you are in your emotional bag. It's just like all 9 cups are full. I couldn't ask for more. And the fact that there's a 10th cup, it's like, I can't believe that it could even get better than this. Like, that is the emotional fulfillment after coming out of this cycle. And again, Spirit's like, it's gonna come in fast. Holy moly. 9 of Pentacles, again, wish fulfillment, feeling very abundant, being able to enjoy life's luxuries where maybe once you wouldn't be able to. And you know, I understand that struggle. This hits hard for me because, like, when I first started my business, I quit my job. I was like, balls to the wall, we're doing this. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. And Spirit had me take several steps back, humbly and respectfully, and I learned you can't really do things that way. And that's okay, because now I'm wiser for it, and I know how to take care of abundance. I learned so much about money throughout that process. I learned so much about myself and how resourceful I am and resilient I can be. And it's like I get to take all of these energies of self-discovery into this next chapter of my life and know and trust that I'm deserving of it, I'm worthy of it. Because the first way that you fuck up a blessing is by thinking that you're not worthy of it, because you immediately self-sabotage subconsciously. It's not even something you think that you are, like, you're not aware of it. But again, nice, Queen of Swords, there is like a maturity in the mental body, and I love how this is like extra rainbow. Like, just, we're coming into our pot of gold. We are mature. We've worked hard. The wheel of fortune is spinning in our favor. Our angels are telling us to have no fear, trust the process, all is well. I will actually leave up all the angel number cards that I pulled, just so that if it means something special to you, it's just that extra affirmation. But keep your hands out, keep yourself humble, stay grounded, because we're being prepared to jump into this next chapter of our life, and it feels really fucking good, especially after this cycle. So Godspeed. I am wishing you the best. Enjoy your full moon.